Hello everyone, welcome to another part to this playthrough of Dark Souls. This will be the last playthrough episode for a little while at least, because I'm off on holiday. So I'll see you all in about a week, but for now, let's crack on with it. Leo Ring. So today, got all these souls. Maybe time to do something with them. Maybe buy some gear. Well, we're definitely going to buy some gear, so let's do that.
Well,
Purchase some items. I want standard arrows. Definitely, I'm going to need more of these. So I'm going to run that up. That'll do for now. Okay, so I've got 200 of them.
don't get yourself killed.
The next thing I want to do is check out the weapon defense I have. Because I'm going to be taking on a boss in Darkroot Garden. And I'm a little worried about my magic defense sucking. Yeah, that'll probably do, to be honest. Probably go with that shield. But what won't do at all, is the situation involving one of the enemies we're going to encounter down there, which is extremely resistant to most sorts of damage. I'm going to do some leveling up now anyway. I don't care about achievement at this point. Endurance. See, I've got all these souls. All these souls. What shall I do? Wow. That is kind of sensible. It's not going to make that much difference to us, to be honest. It's more of a stat requirement thing than the damage. The overwhelming majority of the damage that we do is typically coming from the way that we reinforce our weapons. So you'll see that I'll do slightly more damage when I backstab these dudes, but not by any means a huge amount. It's really all about the weapon upgrades in this game. The weapon upgrades and the kit upgrades. So I've upgraded strength and dex by 5 levels each, and I'm only doing for like 30 hits more. Really not a lot more. 30 hit points more. It's not a lot. Did I have any fireballs left? I can't remember. Oh, I do. Black firebombs. Okay, well. We're just going to do this little tour. Get this dude good and dead. I screwed that up. Got quite lucky. But in the Darkroot Garden, there's one of the harder enemies that we'll have to face to start with, at least. I think I'm being followed. I thought I heard footsteps, obviously not. And he's resistant to pretty much all physical damage apart from strike. Ooh. Strike damage, and currently none of the weapons I possess do strike damage, so we need to rectify that. And the nearest good strike weapon still not dropping it. The nearest good strike weapon is the reinforced club, which are merchant near the first bonfire we lit can help us out with. And if I planned it a little more clearly, look at that blur. If I planned it a little more clearly, I would have picked up in the first place, but I didn't. So there we go. Whoa! Look at that item over there. We'll get that another point. His companions still haven't arrived. So Petrus is still doing his thing. That was quite risky. I was a long way away to get the parry there. You see, now I one-shot them. It's easy. If we weren't going to go and do Dark Root Garden, what we could go and do at this point, now I've picked up the basement key. And when I ran past the Fang Boar, just inside the gate that slams down shut, that is the basement key. That's the key you need. Oh, god damn. That's the key you need to open the door, which was near Solaire. In the video we met Solaire after we killed the Taurus demon. And obviously I'm coming this way because I don't want to get involved with the Drake. So if I'd never triggered the Drake, this would be an easy run. But because I triggered the Drake, it's kind of a pain. I need to dodge. You'll learn the timing of the crossbow guy, so don't get too worried about him. These guys have got nothing now. That's my upgraded longsword. But my upgraded longsword's not going to be any good for the Stone Guardians. Completely outpace him.
Oh, still can go out. Never heard.
Purchase item. And I am here for the thing I looked at last time, or one of the videos, but failed to take spectacularly, which is this. And you see at the top, Reinforced Club, 80k, Strike. And not many of these weapons do strike damage. I suppose I could try smashing them with the shield, but that seems a bit pointless. You're much better to go for this Reinforced Club. It's a good weapon. We'll take that. We'll take it.
Thank
And
you
I'm
kindly.
gonna hit a homeward bone, so I'm gonna jump back to the last bonfire rest of that, which in this case was without doubt the one in the Undead Parish. It's worth pointing out that we are in an old church here as well. So up here, this is an old church. Here's our altar. And it's in ruins and has been for some time. And that's the new church. So I wonder what they were worshipping in here and why they moved. It's kind of a sort of a community, so you got your new church, and then by the portcullis you got your gatehouse, which we didn't go through. And then a bridge into the actual town itself. And then from out back, you're sort of getting out of Lordran. A fortress here to house the guards, perhaps. The regiment guarding the town, and then down through here you have Darkroot Garden and the end of Lordran. So I'm going to upgrade my reinforced flask, but that means I need to tune a few souls. I can't be doing with low level weapons anymore. Put it like that. We'll do this a quick way.
Well, hello again. You seem needy. Get yourself killed. Neither of us want to see you go hollow.
Get my shotgun ready. Make sure I can still do mine. That's all good. So down here we have a dangerous enemy. Shoot lightning at you from a distance. Which is really quite manageable. As you can see, I'm not doing a whole lot of damage to him, but this is a safe situation here, which I can very easily control. I'm going to chip away at him for a bit. And with my 200 arrows, it's only a matter of time before I take him out. You don't want to get hit, as you can tell. It's not great. Should we try to take him on in a little sword play? I'm not sure how much damage we'll do. You've got to be substantially more careful if you're getting close. As you can see, here you're kind of safe. But it's still not recommended by any means. It's a substantially more dangerous proposition. Keep on cranking that. So we're going to take our time. We're going to take him out. Maybe I'll do it with the sword. It's just so much quicker. The high-risk strategy. Always the high-risk strategy. And the thing that's really causing us the massive issue is the issues in the floor. These pillars. Ow. Problematic. You can also use the stairs to your advantage. You can't hit down properly. Oh, I've never seen him down here before. Interesting. I'm going to heal up. No point in getting carried away. Ow. Well, it had to happen. Never mind. The fight got out of control. I let him get down the stairs, and that resulted in my death. He's not that easy to take out with this level of weaponry. So I'm going to grab ourselves and we'll get on our way. Ignore him for now. Because you can just run past him. And once you're here, you're safe. Okay, let's run into the guard. I need to get my iron with this weapon. And I'm slow rolling. That's better. So you see, the moveset with this weapon is more problematic. You have nothing to be worried about with these enemies whatsoever, with one exception, which is their grab attack, which will mess you up. Don't get involved with their grab attack. They have a higher physical resistance than the enemies we have been fighting to this point, but nothing to worry about. There's one hidden in the ground there, and another one approaching from over here. You two had your weapon, the R2, obviously, as you just saw. We'll one-shot them. And you can hit this guy before he even... Yeah, good grief. You can hit this guy. I promise you. There you go. You can hit that guy before he ever comes upon him. The items they drop are extremely useful, particularly that purple moss clump. And the white moss clump is even more useful. Soul item there. Yep, indeed. Someone clearly didn't want you to miss that item. Vital item. Gotta get them all. Gorgeous view. Well, it is a gorgeous view, but what's a more gorgeous view is up there is the area boss. And more gorgeous than that is that item there. All of that's gorgeous. I'm not sure that's a gorgeous view. It's certainly impressive. The well-known secret door. I like this bonfire. I need to be uniform. So I reverse my hollow. Now the enemies down here have killed me in recent times. You see that? That's a trap. It's just a soul item. It's a few thousand souls, if that even. I'm not even sure it's that many. I strongly recommend you never pick that item up. If you pick it up, you'll trigger a trap involving the demonic foliage, as they're referred to. The enemies of this area, the tree dudes. And they always respawn. One dude here. Which you don't want. If you don't, that's the grab attack. That's trouble. If it lands. If you let them spawn once, then they'll spawn every time you come back through the area. And be a pain in your hind, partisan. So here's one of the more interesting weapons. And the reason it's interesting is it's a bladed spear. So you do sweep damage and thrust damage. It's kind of like a light halberd is the way I think of it. Again, not my thing really. I'm just not into speary type weapons at all. I like poking things from behind a shield. I like to sort of get in there and have the action. These things can drop an important item in the game called egg vermifuge, but we'll go more into that later. And here's our problem. Now we can, in fact, let's try and do that to a degree. I'm immediately going to summon that's a problem. But our strike weapon deals with it, thank God for that. He was casting Tranquil Walk of Peace, which would make our status over encumbered, which means we couldn't roll effectively, we couldn't run away, our stamina regeneration would be heavily impacted. Bad stuff for us. That's what that moveset he's doing there is, and he's only susceptible at this point really to the club and the reinforced club, which is why I went back to get it. All other weapons will not do effective damage against him. And we're looking for you. I didn't change my shield. That was stupid. I'm going to change my shield while he's switching sides. I don't really get involved with his nonsense. He only does magical damage. And if you time it right, it's not so bad. Here he comes. Two-hand your weapon, smack him around. Avoid that dodginess there. As you can see, it's not a massive issue. Try and stay sort of directly ahead of him, and you'll be okay. It's when you get off to the side that it goes wrong. And let Vesius take the fight to him. That's that. Easy. You get your first boss soul, which can give you a lot of items. But it can give you an item. You can either get a load of souls from it, or you can get the Moonlight Butterfly's shield. We didn't talk about Witch Beatrice at all. I was so busy summoning her and dealing with that Stone Guardian, I didn't. Witch Beatrice is quite a short story in the game, but quite an interesting one. That's the first time we encounter her, so at the moment we don't know anything about Witch Beatrice at all, apart from she was willing to come and help us with that boss, because that's just how she rolls. And in terms of lore about the Moonlight Butterfly, let's check that out. So we'll go to the soul item. So here we go. Soul of the mystical Moonlight Butterfly, which flitters in the Darkroot Garden. Special beings have special souls. The butterfly's soul is a creation of Seath the Scaleless. So outside of the introduction of the game, this is our first introduction to Seath. As we know that the boss we've just fought is created by Seath. So Seath has the power of life creation. So it's pretty clear that Seath is pretty powerful. And this is the unscaled dragon that killed and betrayed all the other dragons. Used to acquire a huge amount of souls or to create a new unique weapon. The weapon is not that great, and the souls are not that huge. So we're going to keep it for now. The lore for me is greater reward. Let's run back down. I'll switch back out to my reinforced club, I think, at this point, and my heater shields for 100%. My bow's no good to me, so I'll put on the gloves. I think I can even rock the border gloves. Yeah, cool. Because I rested at the bonfire, there's not a lot of point in homeward boning away from here. And we're going to try another risky run. There's an item in there, but it's a trap. So we've avoided the ambush. We're going to run back up here and try and get the hell out of here. Ah. And that went extremely well. Next, I'm going to get the next item I came here for. So I could do some more leveling up at this point. I've got quite a lot of souls. Again, don't pick up that item. Come down here, this time we turn right. And that tree's moving, so let's kill it. Unique enemy type. They drop a... Oh! Bug! Where did my item go? They drop a stamina a stamina regeneration rate enhancing item. Which obviously is quite useful. I'm not going to deny it. But not spectacular. I'm not too concerned about not getting that item. There are some good soul items around here, which we'll definitely be taking. Have to deal with these guys. It's nothing too bad. See, the club is a... People are very critical of the club's moveset, but how much more do you need than a jump attack like that? Seems to be doing just fine to me. All that green blossom, that's our stamina enhancing item I was talking about. And what's going to happen is, up here is a very powerful item which we need. But you can see that dude over there? We'll run up here and we'll trigger another dude at the top getting up. And if we turn around and try and run away, then that dude will be coming downstairs towards us. But there is a way. Fear not. Firstly, we have the weapons to deal with these guys now. And secondly, we don't need to deal with them at all. We can bypass them completely. So grab the item, back up a bit, and now run and jump. We do need to deal with these guys though. Whoa! And it helps if the weapon hits. A lot. He's gonna try and grab us. Is that a big one? I'll switch back to the sword. So we have evaded that trap. Quite comfortable dealing with these guys with our +5 longsword. I still much prefer the longswords to the club. It's a more powerful, more effective weapon. We'll skip right on through here again. Sit down at the bonfire and do some more leveling up. No, I don't think so. Let's do some work on these. Yeah, okay. That'll be it for this episode. As I say, I'll see you in a week. Hope you have a good week. And thank you for watching.